Precious here again. So today we are continuing the series we started last week about the currency of life and focusing basically on time. So one of the things we understood is that from the book of Ephesians chapter 5 verse 16, Ephesians chapter 5 verse 16, it says that redeeming the time for the days are evil. Understanding the fact that our time is our most valuable resource, which means that how do we maximize our time? Time, it cannot be stored. Time cannot be saved for later. Once it's lost, it cannot be regained back. So the time that you have, how do you maximize it so that you are working towards achieving your goals? And three things we basically talked about last week was creating a routine for yourself. Secondly, taking time to plan quarterly, plan yearly, plan monthly, plan weekly, and even planning the day before. And when you do so, it actually makes you mentally prepared for the next day. So today we just want to quickly look at how do you create a routine for yourself, because that is where if you've been able to look at your yearly plan, then your quarterly plan, and then monthly plan, then weekly plan, because it's more like you giving yourself milestones and then breaking it down to how you actually want to get closer to that goals, and then you bring it down to daily routines. One of the mentors I love so much, Terry Saville Foy, she usually says a statement. She says that the secret to your success is in your daily routine. I say it again, the secret to your success is in your daily routine. So what does your daily routine look like? Everybody has 24 hours in a day, including yourself, including myself. Now the truth is that some routines, they are static. Some are dynamic. We have the static routine, at least for most people. I want to believe everybody sleeps. So that is static. That is static. The only thing that varies is that the time people sleep, the number of hours people sleep varies. So you know the number of hours you sleep. That is static. So it should be a repeated thing in your schedule. That's already a routine for you that you have. Everybody, most people eat lunch, well, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Sometimes, yes, you can skip a meal, whether you are fasting or something. Those are statics. Those are static. If you go to work, you are a career person and you have a 9 to 5 job, 9 to 5 every day, Monday to Friday, you know that is static. The only thing that is dynamic in there is what you do at that time when you are at work. So some of your routines are already static, which makes it easy. And you can use so many apps that we have. One of the ones I like to use, which is simple enough and is free, is Google Calendar. You put your daily routine there. Like the ones that I said, for me, every day I wake up 5:30 and then I join Zoom prayers 5:30 and then 6 o'clock is my exercise. So those ones are static. Then for the ones that are dynamic, which could vary, how do you manage that? First of all, since once you're clear about what you want to achieve and you've broken it down to milestones of when you're going to be able to achieve it and how you want to achieve it, that's where the taking time to plan is. Then you'll be able to look at those ones, listing what you want to accomplish that day. So you're going to list the task you want to accomplish for that day. Then you're going to list them according to urgency. So number one, you list it. You list the task you want to accomplish for that day. Number two, list according to the level of urgency. Number three, put specific time frame. For example, this last weekend I had an event, Carve Your Pro Like a Pro. Now, the Friday before, in fact, a couple of days before, for one of the days I put that one of the tasks I want to achieve today is send an email to all my contact list telling them about Carve Your Pro Like a Pro. And then another day in the course of the week, I put that I'm sending broadcast messages to all my contacts telling them about Carve Your Pro Like a Pro. But I put a time frame at so time on Monday at 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. It shouldn't take me more than an hour to craft an email and send it out. On Friday, 5 p.m., it shouldn't take more than 30 minutes to send a broadcast out. Now, me preparing for the Carve Your Pro Like a Pro, I put again one of the tasks, prepare the slides presentation for the event. And then I put aside like a 2 hours on Wednesday, 6 to 8. So those are dynamics. When you have listed out the task you want to achieve for the day or for the week, you list them according to urgency, according to the matter of urgency or priority. Now we're talking about those that are dynamic. The ones that are static, for me, they are static. Time for my exercise, time for my prayers, time for study, family time is static and it's just there in my routine. And yours can be the same. Then the ones that are dynamic, then you place them. The time for work. For me, I am a beautician and I get clients who actually, register online for their bookends. And the time for clients is there. So once I have them make their bookings, I just pick the time slot that they have and I fix it into my calendar so that I know that it's from 9 o'clock to 2 o'clock. I'm working on a client and the client is doing kinky. I have a break of 2 to 3. Then probably I have another client from 3 to 5:30 doing chemical hair relaxing or something. So you understand what I mean? So that is the way. So the ones that are static, they're static. The ones that are dynamic, you fix them into your routine. And finally, you fix them into your calendar. And finally, for that routine to work, you need to stick to it. You need to be disciplined enough to stick to it. You need to be disciplined enough to focus. And that is why we call the power of focus. You need to be able to stay focused, to stick to the plan that you have created for yourself, and be able to stick to the time that you have allocated. It is as you begin to focus and you begin to do the task that you begin to realize the time frame that is required for that task. So if they now become repetitive, you'll now be able to allocate such time, probably less time or more time, depending on what you have put to accomplish. So that is the part that I really want us to work on in terms of being focused and be able to stick to the plan, especially this present time where we have a lot of distractions. One of the distractions is social media. One of the distractions is our phone, WhatsApp, Instagram scrolling, and all that, even TV. How do you now become focused? Staying focused to even our emails sometimes can be a distraction. Why don't you put all those things in your calendar? Saying that I will check my emails at so times from this time to this time. For me, most of the times, even though yes, I'm still work in progress, but my Instagram time or the time for me scrolling on my phone is usually a reward after I've accomplished a task or the main task that I want to do. For example, I set aside 90 minutes. I want to be able to finish this task, probably read a book for today. That's what I want to do. When I finish reading the book, then I can now, relax after that 90 minutes of focus. So now take a 10 minutes break to just check through my phone to reply my messages. I hope this helps. This is one of the ways by which you can focus. Give yourself the pleasure as a reward for your time for focus. But make sure that you have created your routine, you have planned, you have created your routine, and you are sticking to your routine. Sometimes things do happen that maybe it doesn't work according to the way you've planned. Maybe some things just pop up. But however, you'll be able to look at your routine and see where else you can fit it in, just so that you are working towards achieving those goals and those dreams and visions that God has put in your heart, and be able to meet up with those plans at the time frame that you have set aside to be able to do so. And I believe that the more you work on this, the more you intentionally work on yourself, work on this, you will see those goals, those dreams coming to reality. God bless you, and we will continue again. God bless.